Delighted to welcome on my next guest. Big fight announced for him just this week. Coming off that one performance against Bojan Veljkovic just a couple of weeks ago in Rotterdam. It is Mr. Darren Till. First of all, Darren, talk to me about your emotions. You're going to be facing Donald Cowboy Cerrone in Poland, in Gdansk. How are you, my friend? Obviously very happy about the news.
I am, mate. Thanks for having me on the show again first. And, I've only just fought, so I really should be celebrating my fight, shouldn't I? But, I'm celebrating this next fight now with, a huge name in the sport and, a pioneer. So, emotions are high, happiness is high, everything's really good, mate. Honestly, I'm a happy man at the moment.
Obviously, yeah. Just give me your thoughts. Obviously, that performance in Rotterdam, another very, very technically good, sound performance. You coming forward in the front foot, cerebral again from you. Did you think this was realistically going to happen? Because you're a guy, we've spoken in the past. You've sold yourself well. You've talked about getting on the mic after your performances. Did you really feel you get that rise in opponent like Cowboy Cerrone?
I've always said there's a time and a place, and the timing has to be right. And I felt after me win with Jess and now I win with Boyan, one of the biggest welterweights in the division, one of the, he's a top guy in the division. I felt after them 2 wins there, I can start calling guys out. I'm a name in the welterweight division now. I'm a force to be reckoned with. So, the timing's right now. The timing after this fight's just perfect.
How did it come about? What was the contact between you and the UFC? Did Sean Shelby maybe check on how you were doing after the fight? Obviously, you've no injuries. And how did they contact you and make this fight come about?
Well, I was at the after party, in the hotel after the fight. I was with my friends and we were all having a drink and that. And Sean was there, and I went over to him, asked if he liked me fight and that. And, he said, oh, yeah, well done, congratulations. And, we just got chatting, he's talking about, fights. And then he just asked, he said, would you fight Cerrone in Poland? And I said, yeah, of course. When is it? 6 weeks. Let's do it. Come on, I'm ready.
Wow. That you must have really hit the roof. It must have you must have had a few more beers that night.
Well, yeah, it did. It was one of them. I'm here to fight, mate. I want to fight. I don't care who it's against. I just want to fight, mate. I really do. So, I was buzzing when he said it. Like, I was really happy.
It's obviously, there's with a situation like this, there's obviously a huge amount of positives for you. A guy, you're obviously not ranked, but there's been a lot of talk about you, especially in Europe. Do the positives outweigh the negatives in this fight because of your age, because of your record?
I haven't really looked at it like that, positives and negatives. People say it doesn't matter if he loses or whatever. It does. I'm not in here to be one of them guys. Oh, I've took it short notice. It doesn't matter about me taking it on short notice or him being Donald Cerrone or me being unbeaten. What matters is I go into fighting to win. I keep making statements like I'm the greatest, so I have to prove it. And I'll prove it once again with Donald. So I don't really look at how many positives against negatives there are. I just look at it. I'm going to fight. I'm going to win. There's nothing getting in my way. It doesn't matter short notice. It doesn't matter it's Donald Cerrone. Nothing matters.
Definitely. Momentum is obviously a big thing in mixed martial arts and any sort of sport. You're a guy, you're 15-0-1. You that draw against Nicholas Dalby here in Dublin on your debut. He's on a 2-fight losing streak, obviously against very good opposition. But do you feel this is your time to really make that sort of breakthrough into the upper echelon of the division?
With me, mate, it's just a matter of when it'll happen. Not really, it's my time now. It's just I know it'll happen. It's just a matter of when. So, now we got this fight with Donald. And, I don't expect to take his ranking. I can't just jump the queue and become 7th ranked in the world. That's not fair on people. But beating Donald, another 2 fights after that when I beat them guys, that's a title fight. Do you know what I mean? So it's just about, as I just said, it's about when it's going to happen. It's not about if it'll happen all the time or whatever. For me, I just have to sit back and just know that it's coming.
Do you feel pressure going into this? Because, the eyes of the world are going to be on you now. Are you relishing this?
Mate, Donald, I seen Donald do an interview about saying, if I can deal with the pressure in the main event, if I can't deal with them things, I'm going to get my bags and I'm going to start packing. And I don't want to fight no more because, we're fighters. So, pressure and events and title fights, whatever, is a part of it. So if you can't deal with it, well, you might as well fucking quit fighting because you're not ready for nothing. You're not a fighter in my eyes. So you know, Donald, you know, saying pressure and that. I just don't care, mate. I'm going to fight. Doesn't matter if it's a prelim or a main event or whatever it is. I'm going to fight. I'm going to win.
Definitely. Do you think the fact, you know, we know you started out your career in Brazil, you know, very, very high level opposition, guys you fought over there. You've come, obviously, you know, you're back living now in the UK in Liverpool. Do you think the fact that maybe you've started out there and we know good your Muay Thai skills, or do you think maybe the UFC have seen something in you that they haven't seen in other guys in your ability?
Yeah, you know, let's just talk about Europe, or let's just talk about England. Who else is fighting like me? You know, who else is? I feel like I've got the full package. You know, I dress well, I talk on the mic well, I fight well. You know, I feel like I'm UFC, you know, UFC England's dream. You know, I can do it all. So, you know, they're looking, they're talking, they're saying this is the next big star. I know, you know, I know that it's going to be true. You know, it's going to happen.
Definitely, no, I agree with you. You know, it's something I said for quite some time. I think you're fantastic on the mic and you back it up. A lot like our own sort of Mr. McGregor here. Is that something that you've purposely taken on board? Because you know, I tweeted out the other day, you're a guy you can sell fights and you know how to back it up.
Yeah, well, you know, you can compare me to Conor, you can do whatever, but fighting is just about backing up what you say and what you know what you say. It's no, you don't, sometimes you don't even have to say it, but you have to back it up. You know, well, we're not going in there to lose, so we have to back ourselves up. You know, ourselves up really. So I'm on the mic saying I'm the greatest. I have to go in and prove I'm the greatest. You know, and I'll keep doing it time and time again. You know, and you're always going to get doubters. You're always going to get, like, you know, the haters, the naysayers, whatever. But you know, I thrive on proving people like that wrong. You know. It's, you know, for me, it's I thrive on that. You know, it's one of them things, mate. You know, you're going to see the new star from England rising.
Definitely.
You know, I'm the new face of the UFC England.
Definitely, I agree. I remember in Dublin, you know, you said you're going to be world champion someday, and just the manner in which you said it, you know, you sort of sold me on it, and I truly believe that down the line that you will. Donald Cerrone said he didn't know anything about you in an interview. He was over, obviously, in Edmonton at the card at the weekend. Does that bother you, that he said he knows nothing at all about you?
You know, well, why should he know me? You know, he's from America. I've never fought there. You know, I'm a pretty new face in the UFC. I'm a new name. Why should he know me? You know, it's not disrespectful. I think, you know, he's going to know me when I knock him out, but that's just irrelevant. You know, why should he know me? It's not his job to know me. He's not on my, you know, he's 7th ranked in the world. Why is he going to look at someone like me and be like, oh, I need to know everything about him? You know, he's looking at the title, which is right. You know, he's not disrespectful or nothing. There was no disrespect in that interview.
Do you think that's a plus for you, that he's not aware of your skill set and your style?
Doesn't matter, mate. If he was fully aware, or, you know, as he said, he doesn't know me, it just doesn't matter. You know, he's just not going to be able to live with me, mate. You know, I've given a few interviews. I keep saying to people, you know, I'm 210 pounds, mate, and I'm built like a gorilla. You know, he's a lightweight. He's a frail old man, mate. He's been on a bender for 7 days. You know, what's he coming in to do? You know, I'm going to pick him up and throw him out the cage. That's what I'm going to do, mate.
He said it's a chance of a lifetime for you. Do you believe that?
I don't care what he says. If it's a chance of a lifetime, it's me going in there to fight again, and, you know, put him into retirement. Chance of a lifetime. You know, okay, if he's giving me an opportunity, bad move, mate, because I'm coming in to knock your face off.
Yeah. I look at his skill set, and he struggles, with guys that sort of maybe get in his face in the past. We've seen, the Robbie Lawler performance. We've seen the fight against Rafael dos Anjos. You're a guy who obviously likes to come forward in the front foot. You never really take a back step. You know, in terms of fighting and this fight, actually, the way it's going to play out, do you feel as though that's going to be a big key, your forward pressure in this fight?
Yeah, let's say yeah, because we're going to touch gloves, mate. I'm going to come out and crack him on his nose, and he'll never have felt power like he's felt off me. And, you know, he's going to crumble into a ball, and I'm going to put it on him, mate. I'm really going to put it on Donald Cerrone. That's what's going to happen in this fight. He's getting it put on him. You know, I'm going to crack him with a left hand on the nose. I'm going to snap his nose in 2 places. And from there, mate, he's going to crumble. You know, he's a frail old man, and he's just an old man. You know, getting a paycheck. I'm a 210-pound hungry gorilla.
Listen, it's a fight I can't wait for. It's something I think a lot of people, especially on the US market, are going to stand up and take notice of you. Listen, this is obviously going to be a big year. Obviously starting with the Cowboy Cerrone fight. Is this really the start of the push of for Darren Till into that title picture in 2018?
Yeah. Well, should you mate? Thinking like this, just to put it all into perspective. I'm humble. I'm confident. I respect everyone who steps in that cage. You've got to. I respect Donald a lot. Look what he's done in the sport, and we're all fighters. We all respect each other. But I'm going in there, mate, to beat Donald. And Conor's. If we go for an example like Conor McGregor, he's coming in the UFC, and he's the biggest name right now. Now I feel like he's drifting away. He's done what he wants to do. He's succeeded. Hats off to him. John Jones. We don't really know what's happening with him. Who's the new face? I feel like I can be the new face of the UFC, and I'm confident in that. And it's not cockiness or arrogance. I'm just confident that I can be the face of the UFC, and that's a dream for me. I want to be the greatest, and I know I'm the greatest, and I keep making statements that I'm the greatest. So I want to keep proving that I'm the greatest.
It's the new guard effectively taking out the old guard, you feel, then, in Gdansk?
Yeah, well, if we were in the jungle, mate, he'd be like a little chimpanzee. And as I said, I'm the big gorilla. That's how, he's fought lightweight his whole career, mate. He's moved up to welterweight. But I ain't no normal welterweight. I'm a 210-pound gorilla.
Brilliant stuff. Darren, listen,
Thanks,
it's always a pleasure to have you on the show. I do appreciate the time, and a fight I'm very much looking forward to. I'll be over there in Poland to cover it, and I'll see you then. Listen, do appreciate the time, my friend.
Thanks very much for your time, mate. See you soon, my man.
Cheers, Darren. Appreciate it.